The Kitchen Angle Show. A Jersey native. Home of everything and anything. Your host, Mike.
Hey guys, welcome to another edition to the Kitchen Angle. I'm Mike, your host of the show. Welcome to, what are we up to? Episode 18. Wow, episode 18. Show's just flying right through. I'm going to talk about a lot of different things on today's show. I want to talk about, first of all, the whole looting and rioting thing. Kind of touched base on it on yesterday's show. On episode 17, but today I want to touch base on it a little bit more. What is this equaling out to, guys? I mean, does looting and rioting equal justice? I mean, what is the message being spread across this country, mainly in large cities, poor areas, people just walking the streets, blocking traffic. I mean, what the hell does this these protests? I mean, what does this have? What's the message there? What I'd like to know is, what is the message with the looting, the violence, the rioting? I mean, because to be honest with you folks, that this has nothing to do with the murder of George Floyd. Has nothing to do with it. When it comes to the looting and rioting, has nothing to do with it. I can tell you what it has to do with. It has to do with people not getting what they want in life. They feel that they're unprivileged. They feel like they're being ignored by the general public. That's what it all boils down to. It all boils down to it. It boils down to people being ignored and not being announced, and maybe these little mama boys and millennial brats not getting attention from their friends and from the general public and from their parents and everything else. I mean, it's just, it's what it boils down to. I'm looking at an article just earlier before. I'll touch base with it on the show just now, right now. But I wanna get into the Antifa. Oh yeah, the big tough guys. Yeah, big tough guys out there. Yeah, Antifa. Yeah, mainly they're all college punks and entitled brats that never heard the word no in their life. Yeah, I spoke a little bit about this mainly on my show yesterday. No justice, no peace. If anybody caught that episode of the podcast, because I mean this is at first everybody getting scared of Antifa and people burning stuff down and looting everything. But I'm telling you what, folks, as much as we learn about this Antifa or Black Lives Matter or whatever it is, whatever group it is, because they're terror groups. They're groups that have no message than just to destroy things. That's all they are. But let me tell you one thing here. One thing. Yeah, Black Lives Matter and Antifa. Because that's all they are, is punks. They're little mama boys and punks. But I tell you what, right now, the looting and the rioting is not equaling justice. It's not equaling justice. You're pissing a lot of people off that's been out of work for the last couple of months, scumbags. Oh boy, don't get me heated up, because I'm already heated up as it is. Because you're pissing people off by burning things down, burning restaurants down, burning all this stuff down. Jesus. Some of these people have been out of work, and all you do is you're burning stuff down. How the hell is somebody going to make a living When you just got done burning the Subway down, or you're burning the McDonald's down, or where the hell you doing? You're not sending a message down. You're not sending a message out there. You're just pissing people off. They're scumbags. That's what they are. Folks, we'll be right back after these words. I'm going to take a quick little break. Hey, you guys, if you're out there trying to look for a new product, a natural product, you want to get off the strong medications, the strong everything in this crazy world today we live in. Look no further than HempWorks. HempWorks, what is it? Guys, it's a natural supplement. It's healthy for your body. It's through the natural blend of marijuana, but basically, it's crazy to say that, but HempWorks is actually legal, folks. You can buy it in stores, online stores, everywhere. Basically what it is an oil type of formula that you can basically spread all over your body. I'm telling you what, folks, this stuff works like wonders. It really does. It's a tremendous product. And I'm telling you what, I use it myself for things that, sometimes I go through, like headaches and just everyday stress levels. You apply it on your forehead, boom. God, it's like a miracle. I call it the miracle pill, so to speak. But it's oil based, and I tell you what, guys, that headache goes away within minutes. Try HempWorks. Just log on to HempWorks.com. You can Google it, HempWorks, HempWorx. Make sure you put the X at the end. So it's HempWorks. Google that right now, guys. I'm telling you what, there's, so many different products on their page that you can, you can scroll through, look at it, see if it's the right product for you first. And I'm telling you what, guys, this product, you're going to love it. They stand by their money too. So, Google HempWorks today, guys. You'll love it.
Do you have any concerns about peaceful protesters being tear gassed, moved out of the way at the White House last night?
I have concerns about what we're seeing all across the country. We're seeing rioting in cities all across our nation. And let me be clear, everyone has a right to speak. You have a right to speak peaceably and exercise the First Amendment. What you don't have a right to do is engage in violence. What you don't have a right to do is loot stores. What you don't have a right to do is shatter store windows. What you don't have a right to do is light police cars on fire. And the violence and the terrorism we're seeing across the country is unacceptable. It is wrong. And it is incumbent on leaders across the country, the president and the attorney general, but also governors and mayors and police chiefs, to protect the American people and stop this rioting now.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more with Ted Cruz here. You just heard a clip here of Ted Cruz just basically irate. What's going on? What's going on? You have a right to protest peacefully. You have a right to freedom of speech. You have a right to occupy and demonstrate your views and points to an extent. But you don't have a right to loot. You don't have a right to riot. You don't have a right to burn stuff down in this country. You don't have a right to burn police officer cars down. You don't have a right to do any of that stuff. You don't have a right to vandalize not only historic monuments, but anything in that matter. You don't have a right to any of that. Those are freedoms that you do not have a right to do. Folks, we have to take back this country. We have to bring these little mama boys and millennial punks back to their mommies and daddies so they can get a well-deserved spanking over the knee. Yeah. Anybody see the it's been surfaced all over the internet. The kid, oh man, it looked like a kid. He looked like he was 8 or 9, 10 years old. Oh, he was an alleged Antifa member. Yeah, the mother and father, did the right thing and turned their son in. This was just a few days ago, I believe, 2-3 days ago. Turned their son in for the violent crimes that he had committed. Oh yeah. Yep. Speak to. Got my buddy filling in for Doug today. My buddy here. Hey man, can you pull up the article here? We're gonna pull up the article here. I'm gonna read it out to you. Might even have a sound clip. Don't know yet. Working on it. Sorry, folks. Yeah, you got it. Oh boy. Yeah, he basically, as we're looking it up here, he basically turns himself in. By his parents, just basically walked in. Turned in by the parents. The parents are walking him in. Suspected Antifa and anarchist accused of inciting riots turned in by police by his parents, by his own parents. Yeah, the suspected Antifa member. I'm not going to say his name, because like I said, he looks like he's about 10 or 12 years old. Turned himself into police there in Pittsburgh, escorted by the parents. Oh boy. I mean, you got to look at the video. Like I said, it looks like a 10 or a 12-year-old kid. Literally. Oh, this was, 3 days ago. Yeah, 3 days ago. Looks like a 12-year-old kid that just got out of, eating Hot Pockets or, texting his buddies with the LOL and the emojis and all that other stuff. Yeah, that's what this group is. The little mama boys and millennial entitled brats. They think that everything is owed to them. Yeah. So, I'll read more about it here. This is, the parents basically escorted him into the police station after he was identified as the Antifa insinuator at one of the George Floyd riots in Pittsburgh. I mean, that's good. That's good. Seriously, you got parents out there that are doing the right thing, and then you got parents that are just encouraging it. It's sick. It really is. It's sick out there. It's sick. What I think that needs to be done with these punks, these little mama boys and millennial punks, because that's all they are. They're punks. Okay, because yes, they are considered a terror group. Just like the Black Lives Matter, Antifa. They're all terror groups. They're all domestic terror groups because oh yeah, they like setting things on fire. But I tell you what, they do have a weak side of them. Because when they go back to their mommy's and daddy's house, they're a different person. Or if a bunch of police officers are surrounded by them, then they basically they flock like birds. Yeah. But yeah, you ought to see that the Antifa will be stopped. They will be stopped. They will they will be vanished, so to speak. And that will be that. What's more to talk about? There's so much more. Oh yeah, there's so much more to talk about. Oh, you do have that clip. You have that clip, yeah. Okay, here we go. We got the little boy and his mommy and daddy turning him into police. We got the sound clip here.
Police say a 911 tip helped identify that man as the person who first attacked a parked police cruiser that was then set on fire. Nicole Ford.
So we're going to fast forward here, and we're going to show you the clip here of of this Antifa member being turned in. Here we go. We're gonna fast forward here. We're working on scheduled time here on the show. So here we go.
It's the outside influence, and I said before, that group that comes in, call them what you want, but they're there for one reason, and that's to cause harm, that's to cause devastation, that's to cause destruction of property. That's what they do. It's not about the message, it's about them. It's about them hijacking what the original organizers are for.
And they are fully on board with assisting us, number one, if it turns out to be local investigation, and number two, if we can make it a federal investigation, we will do that because of the penalties being so severe.
Now, police say that this investigation could last up to a year to be able to identify and apprehend every one of these suspects. They've started up a community hotline. We will be posting a number to that hotline on KDKA.com, so you can call that number if you do have any pictures. All
right, yeah, stop it right there. Stop it right there. That's good then. You know that it's going to take a while. Don't get me wrong. It's going to take a while to apprehend all these punks. You know, with their hot pockets and their LOLing and, oh, it's cool, let's go burn something up. And let's name ourselves Antifa because it sounds cool. Yeah. Basement millennial junkies and dwellers from their mommy and daddy's house. Go back to mommy and daddy's house. Oh, boy. But, you know, what can you do? What can you do? You just got to put up with this crap. First we put up with a coronavirus, the overhyped coronavirus. Then we're putting up with the murder hornets. Now we got to put up with this crap. Oh yeah, we got to put up with this crap. This Antifa, Black Lives Matter terror groups. Yeah, bunch of crap. Now we have another sound clip here we're going to plug into the show. Antifa members talk to protest tactics. We don't depend on cops. Oh, well, what do you depend on? You know, I depend on cops to take care of my communities. From
hey, folks, I'm Joe Biden. I'd like to ask you.
No Joe Biden. We're enough of Joe Biden. Plug in the clip here. What's going on here? Yeah, plug in the clip. Yeah, we don't want to hear Joe. We don't want to hear Joe. I don't support Joe. I don't support his message. I don't support none of that. So, here we go.
You've said things like, we are unapologetic about the reality that fighting fascism at points requires physical militancy. What does that mean?
That means that when fascists come to our city to attack people, we are going to put our bodies between fascists and the people they want to attack and try to prevent them from doing that.
When you say put our bodies, that sounds like a passive statement, but sometimes you are not just putting your bodies, but you are acting with your bodies. You're also hitting and you're throwing things and you're reacting violently.
I think self-defense can look violent if you're looking at it as the person who responds in self-defense is as culpable, but we don't see it that way. We see ourselves as engaging in self-defense from groups who want to do our community harm, whose ideology is the ideology of genocide and mass murder. So in a sense of reaction, we see fascism as an inherently violent ideology. So when we disrupt its organizing, we see that as self-defense.
The very presence of organizations and people who you would call fascist or fascist leaning, that very presence is violent, and so your violent reaction would be self-defense. Although ideologically that's what you believe, in reality, in the legal system, that would count as assault. Does that concern you at all?
One of our points of unity is that we don't depend on the cops or the courts to do the work of opposing white supremacy.
So you're saying that when far-right groups come here and throw demonstrations and have their rallies, they don't necessarily have to throw the first punch in order for you to react violently?
The purpose of these groups in coming to Portland is to attack people. we can see on this upcoming rally on Saturday that they've stated that explicitly in numerous social media postings that they want to hurt, maim, and they've made threats of killing anti-fascists.
Why do you think they come to Portland?
And they see it as this liberal city, this city emblematic of values that they oppose, and they see it as a city where the left has strength and they want to attack and defeat that.
Do you think your presence here attracts them as well?
I think to a certain degree, but they would come here regardless of our presence. If we weren't here, if anti-fascists, if the numerous people who come out with us in the streets weren't here to oppose them, they would come and still attack people.
A lot of experts who study far-right groups say that what you're doing is actually playing into their hands. How would you respond to that?
If we didn't show up to oppose fascists when they organized large rallies like the one coming up on Saturday, they would still be finding violence, but they would be finding people who are unprepared.
You're here in sweatshirts and masks. Why do you wear masks? Why do you cover your faces?
Primarily it's for our own safety. The far right and the state would have a history of targeting anti-fascists, so we wear masks so that we can't be identified and targeted.
Some of your critics say that it is the masks are cover for you to be able to commit criminal acts. So how do you respond to that?
Again, the masks are there for our own safety so that we can continue to do this organizing without the fear of fascist or state repression.
So you wouldn't remove your masks and say the things that you just said?
Not on camera.
Yeah.
Not on camera. Turn this crap off. Turn this crap off. I don't want to hear it. So they wear the mask so they don't get identified, and for their own safety. Yeah, their own safety. For your own safety, while you're going out there burning buildings and destroying stuff? What do you think about the people that have to watch your stupidity while you burn stuff down to the ground? What do you think about their safety? Do you care about their safety? Jeez, did you hear the one kid in the like I said, these are like a little 18, 19, 20-year-old punks. Did you hear him? Sounds like he's like he just came from Caltech or a college or something, or a dorm room. We have to put the mask over our face for our safety. And then after this rally and everything, so we can make sure that the fascists and everything is and we're gonna go back to the dorm rooms and have a hot pocket and talk about everything else and LOL and emojis. Bunch of crap in this country. It really is. Bunch of crap in a handbasket. It really is. I tell you what the president needs to do. You know, I'm glad he got the military involved, which is getting a lot of criticism about that. Oh, Trump can't do that. He can't insinuate the Insurrection Act of good old 1807. Oh no, he can't do that. He doesn't have the power to do that. Oh no. No, but then these idiots have the power to run your streets, burn your damn cities to the ground. Oh, they have the power to do that, but the President of the United States can't act upon military force, no? Oh, no, that's not good. Oh, no, that's not good. That's not good. First we had to deal with coronavirus, overhyped coronavirus, but you got to make sure you wear masks. And then you have protests out there. Oh, no, masker. No, that's fine. You don't have to wear the mask. Social distancing doesn't exist anymore. I'm telling you, folks, all this stuff is just overhyped. It's crap. It really is. It really is. I really wish I can go into a time machine or something like that and fast forward to November of 2020. I really, because after November 2020, folks, hopefully you won't see any of this crap anymore. You won't see the overhyped coronavirus. You won't see the scare of the murder hornets, and you won't see this Antifa, Black Lives Matter, protesting, looting, rioting, all this crap. You won't see it anymore, because then hopefully we'll have a brand new America then, right? Well, everything will be controlled. Hopefully, right? Hopefully. Be right back after these words, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Well, it was a terrible thing. It should never have happened. Something snapped, I think, with the policeman, and the other three watching it were, I guess you can't put it in the same category, but it was certainly in a very bad category. And nothing good comes out of that. No, that was a very bad thing. Right now, I think the nation needs law and order, because you have a bad group of people out there, and they're using George Floyd, and they're using a lot of other people to try and do some bad things. And what we do, and we have it totally under control, but you have Democrat in many cases, in all cases, Democrat super liberal mayors. I mean, the mayor of Minneapolis was disgraceful when I watched that. When I saw cops fleeing a precinct, there's no reason in a million years that should have been done. And we took that mess, that was a total mess. We brought in the National Guard. We took care of it. Now it's very good. If you look at that area, it's very good. So, yeah, we need healing, but we also need strength, and we need toughness, and we need law and order. We need it all, but we do need healing. We need safety in our cities, and when they don't take care of it, we took care of it in Washington, D.C. I said 2 days ago, this is the safest place on earth. We brought in incredible people. They took care of the situation very easily. It was very easy for them. And in Minnesota, as you know, we took care of that situation with their great city. We took care of it very easily. Once they went through 3 days of hell, and I had to say, you got to get them in. Once they came in, it was like a knife cutting butter. It was so easy. But we have other cities they like to hold out. New York is disaster what's going on in New York, and we could help them a lot. They have to ask. If they don't get it straightened out soon, I'll take care of it.
You know, this. You just heard the President of the United States say, what needs to be done in this country. I mean, this country right now is in shackles. There's so much chaos in this country, it's unbelievable. New York, you just mentioned, New York is a war zone right now. New York doesn't even know what to do. They don't know what to do. You go to New York right now, and it's like a third world country. It really is. They don't know what to do. They don't know if they're coming or going. There's some of the places in New York are still closed. Restaurants still closed. Some of them, I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible what this country is. This country is going through a melting pot right now. I mean, you look in January, before what was it? Before March, we had those 2 months, January, February. This country had the greatest economy. Greatest economy in history. Last year, greatest economy in history. I mean, you can't make up these numbers. These numbers, folks, they were high. More people employed than ever before in this country. It was a phenomenon just to see it beneath your eyes. I mean, it was great. It was great. March comes along, we get this coronavirus bug. And it starts slowing things down. Things are starting to, close up. Restaurants closing up. And then we're introduced to the social distancing, right? Social distancing. Got to be 6 feet away from one another. Got to wear your masks. You can't go out in public. It's supposed to last on surfaces for 2 hours. Then they say 4 hours. And they don't know if it's 4 or 2 hours. They go to 6 hours. Then they don't know how long it's going to be on a surface. They don't know if it's going to be able to travel through air. I mean, it was just overhyped by the media. Oh my God, I couldn't imagine how people believe the media more than they believe scientific doctors about this thing. Just overhyped. And then, like I said, we seen the murder hornet. That lasts for about a week, maybe 3 days. It's gone, right? And now we're dealing with this looting and rioting and everything else. Folks, this country it needs to heal. It needs to come together. We need to be united. We need to see that American patriot again. I mean, we've seen it once before with 9/11, right? You know, the two buildings in New York burning to the ground. Sad, sad day, you know. Sad, sad day 19 years ago. But I tell you what, it's such a sad day and such a travesty that had happened. It really brought America together. We were more united than ever before. We didn't have the divideness in the country then as we have now. There's so much divideness in this country. There's so much chaos in this country. You have things burning to the ground from these punks, these looters, these rioters, these instigators, these terror domestic groups that want nothing to do with just trying to take down the government, because that's what this is all about. This has nothing to do with George Floyd. It has nothing to do with George. It doesn't have nothing to do with a black man being murdered by a white cop, a white corrupted cop, which was terrible. You know, something snapped. You heard the president say, you know, I believe the same thing. Something must have snapped in the police officer, but didn't give him the right to kill a man, no matter what color he was, white, black, brown, yellow. It doesn't matter what color he was. He shouldn't have done that. Yes, you have good cops and you have bad cops. The bad ones, the corrupted ones, shouldn't be wearing that shield. Shouldn't have that gun, that holster on the side of their holster there. They shouldn't be out on the lane if they have rage and mental illness running through their head. You know? But I mean, what can you say? What can you say? You can't say much. You just gotta look with despise and everything. But we got to get this country back. We got to get it back. We got to have law and order in this country. If you don't have law and order in this country, you don't have a country. Your Constitution is shot. I've said it once and I'll say it again. If you don't have law and order in this country, you don't have a country. And that's my closing. Folks, I thank you very much. I appreciate it. Joining into today's show. Join us in tomorrow. I'm going to have Ryan back on the show, and we're going to talk some politics. We're going to talk some good stuff. Thanks very much for joining in, guys.
Nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
You just heard an episode of the Kitchen Angle Show, an Anchor podcast.